time to call the stream working. We're going to go through the DLC with the Sorceress. It's my first time with the DLC. Let's see here, let's start with the... We remember now, there's this one in the Iron Keep. The Iron Crown, probably. Yes, I have the 3 Crowns DLC. This is the first time. It's been my first time actually playing any of those. This area, obviously I know. Actually, let me make sure I have the right spell selected. So, spells we want. Great Soul Arrow, versatile. We have Soul Geyser. These are my PvP spells, basically. Soul Geyser, Soul Greatsword, and Homing Crystal Soul Mass. Soul Spear here. Then the Great Soul Arrow versatility. Poison Mist. In case things are vulnerable to poison, for exploring. And for something that might very well be fiery, I might take Warmth and Flash Sweat. Now, I suppose there's no real reason to take Warmth. No, I'll go with Poison Mist and Flash Sweat. Flash Sweat is great for the flame resistance, especially if I end up wanting to do anything with the boss here. This is one of the better co-op boss locations. So I might actually start off to warm up. I'll go help someone with the boss. Ooh, the Great Soul Arrow just isn't great enough. Well, that's fine. This is why we like the Scimitar on the other hand. It's great for finishing moves. You'd think you'd want a dagger, but considering how little we've poured into melee, we often need that extra bit of damage. And on top of that, when dual wielding, I prefer the dagger in the other hand, because you can't just do a light strike with the offhand weapon when dual wielding. So I have my dual wielding set here, and you can tap them with the dagger if needed, or you can do the combined attacks. Multiple dual wielding sets, really. Anyway, we'll see if we get summoned, then that will be an excellent warm-up. Allow us to actually get back our tiny amount of consumables that we've used. Let me just check that I can be summoned in this area. I don't think I can be summoned while the White Sign Soapstone is inactive. But it should be activating here, and it's not. Okay, so in order to warm up, we're going to need to stand outside the boss area to get summoned for that boss fight. And I feel like warming up on that now, so let's see. That's probably someone else standing there waiting to get summoned. It's not just popular to be summoned at, but it's well known to be a good location. Especially for the Heirs of the Sun, the actual big co-op guild. I'm just sticking with the Meek Bros for now, trying to help adjust that imbalance of all of the Sentinels who want to be able to help, but there's no one actually playing in the Covenant of the Meek. It almost feels like it's working. But it's a fun covenant for just staying around in while you're doing your PvE. Which we will be at some point. This is a boring start, isn't it? I might give up on waiting for this boss battle after a few more moments. Okay, I will have to just live with with one less Estus and a little less of my Great Soul Arrow. Back to more adventuring equipment, and let's go check out this area. So, I don't know if there is a specific order, but we're doing it this one first. This is the path to the Ancient King's domain. Water Dry. Tower of the Old Iron King resides a child of dark. Adversely befitting a monarch. Let's find out. And so here we are in the Iron King DLC. My first time with the DLC. Have never seen anything in here. We're hoping to be surprised. In a good way. We're also hoping to find a bonfire on this side. It's not in one of these rooms. I'll come back to these rooms after I find a bonfire. Maybe it's right up here. Gee, that's an impressive iron door. Still without a bonfire. Okay, the elevator comes pre-descended. Everything's ready for us. And it's gonna start with a boss battle. I can tell. That's not a boss battle, but that is a lovely scenic vista. This appears to be some sort of old iron tower. Wow. There's a nice little courtyard down there to find. A couple of towers and plenty of flames. So, flash sweat. Good choice. What else will we find? Come on. Bonfire. Well, we found corpses of kingdom people. We found a suspicious area that still has no bonfire. But there's a smelter wedge. We'll look into that when our spells are not on cooldown, and we get to walk up this chain. This certainly doesn't seem at all precarious and unsafe. Yeah, this is a solid iron chain. We're fine. At least it's not like that bridge in the Dragon's area, where they would actually make it shake and slow you down with winds. These iron chains are great, and here is the bonfire for Broom Tower. Let's do a brew. Burning a human effigy is something I like to do for PvE. And that will allow us to, if we want to, even pick some more PvE spells. But for now, we'll wait and see what monsters there are. Some sort of large, flamey thing. Yes. Okay, with a firestorm, and I can't lock onto it for casting spells. Okay, well, let's start with trying some of the pyromancy. Aww. So don't jump forward. Whoops, I meant one more. Okay. So you can't lock on because it's not actually possible to damage this thing. That makes a little more sense. I guess I will walk past after trying to tap it. No? Examine. Use smelter wedge. So we found 6 smelter wedges. Soul of Nadalia. I'm gonna have to check my inventory already. So, smelter wedge. Destroys Ashen Idol. An iron wedge is of great consequence to Nadalia, who, having renounced her flesh, entrusts her very being to it. And they drop her soul immediately. Ah, this is only a fragment of a soul. Okay. So presumably I have to find all 6 Ashen Idols, use the smelter wedge after getting up close, which may or may not be easy. Wonder what else there is to collect up here. Nothing. I could jump down the stairs for speed, but that sounds like it would cause great damage. And actually, we haven't checked down here. So the road forks. We'll take this path first, because going down to the tower sounds like there will be a lot of stuff to do, but this one might as well. Oh, plenty to do. Let's make sure we have the right ring equipped here for dropping and falling. Silver cat. And now we can collect items. Old growth balm. You know, I don't think I've seen that one either. Old growth balm. Temporarily increases strength. Well, that's not going to help a mage. Let's see what's here. Is it saying don't fall? Try key. What? I'm hearing something. Maybe we're under attack. No? No? Oh, maybe it's another Ashen thing. That looks like a normal enemy, and we can lock on. Excellent. Normal enemy who seems sufficiently vulnerable to cold steel that we might pass on the limited use spells. All this whispering and yet nothing scary yet, just lots of bloodstains. Okay. Try jumping. You know, he might have a point, but I doubt it, so we're not. Wait. Is that a ledge? Later. So, all these bloodstains. Clearly something is going to come up out of the ash. Let's get some preparations in order. But it's likely just one of those guys. Or two of those guys. What? You dodged it. Well, that's feeling pretty dead. Let's see how fast they are. Ah, it's three of them. Oh dear, I've missed the stairs. Now he's surviving by a sliver of life. Okay. I don't want to use my Soul Greatswords up so quickly, so we are going to use a little more caution and a little more ranged damage. And all that time with Flash Sweat. Not helping. Well, okay, we're into the tower. We have this lovely view, but we need to finish looting the outside first. I could have sworn there was a... here it is. A path with... So he's a little harder to stagger. But just as vulnerable to magic, which is not actually as much as I had hoped. They're very fast for giant skeletons clad in armor. Okay. So a little more respect for the giant skeletons clad in armor. A little more distance. The swords are working just fine actually, so I might not worry too much for small numbers. For larger numbers, I do like my AoE spells. Let's see what's on the other side. This is perfectly safe to walk around. Yes. Blackweed Balm. Alright, I bet that raises another stat. I'm putting my bet on Dexterity. No, Intelligence. Okay. Fleeting Sense of Empowerment. I might need that. Let's see. At least that one's actually relevant to a sorceress. Oh, nice. The items start upgraded. Unfortunately, I would never use a scythe. Or a prism stone. These iron chests, a lot less destructible than normal chests. No secret paths, no openable chests, no suspicious hallways. Actually, this looks suitably suspicious. And there's presumably the Whispering Monster. Now, was there a path down there that I skipped, like a ladder? No, although I could fall if I wished. No, we're not going to risk falling, not the first time exploring this place. We're going to try the ladder. We're going to examine these chests. This one's an actual chest, hang on. The subtle difference between metal boxes and openable chests. Trying to run past some hard monsters to steal chests, I noticed that that opening animation takes forever. It's almost impossible to do it without getting hit if there's a monster. Drink, drink, quicker! Because we know they're there. Huh, now those ones look more ashen and suffer less damage. And the ladder is going to be difficult to... No, it's just less damage, it's not just resistant to magic. Let's use the better magic. Okay, maybe they had some sort of ash bonus enchantment from having her nearby. We need to have flashlight on before we engage this. And we're going to try Homing Crystal, Soul Mass, and Soul Spear. Pull out our finest in order to kill that remaining one while still dodging. Ouch. Alright, isn't she supposed to be hitting me with flame strikes? That, again, very close. And we're extremely low on Estus, so maybe Warmth would have been a good choice. Oh dear, if Warmth was a good choice, I suddenly feel bad. I want to use Smelter Wedge. I don't want to become another Bloodstain. There we go. This one's been quite placid. Maybe I should have let her live. Nope. Fragment 2 of the Bride of Ash. And this guy looks like he's going to just stay back and let me shoot him. For given values of stand back. Ouch. I'm thinking I should upgrade to Great Soul Arrows. Those might work better with a finishing ploy. Nope, can't seem to go down there. Do I take the elevator? I'm low on Estus. Let's have a look around here first. Oh, this looks nice. That looks... You know, hang on. If we look up, that area with the other stuff, we didn't get to it via the ladder. We went right past it. So, oh yeah, and I also need to check this side. But if that elevator doesn't take us there, then we actually are going to have to fall down to get to it. That is just one, right? They have excellent ability to close for skeletons wielding armor. So I'm going to have to actually juke their first attack before launching powerful magics. Dance of Fire. Well, that sounds fun. Who wants to do Dance of Fire? And it wasn't protecting anything. Alright, let's have a look at Dance of Fire. I'm guessing it's Pyromancy. Ahegel, flame in a sweeping motion across targeted area. Well, we'll try it out later. Or maybe sooner, considering that poison does not seem to be the trick for this area. I'm gonna have to risk it, but we're going up. Fully prepared to give it our all in combat. That's not an elevator. I'm glad it's not an elevator. Doors are much easier to retreat through. And did I spend all my preparation for a lovely view? Well, you can never trust those gorgeous views. They're always full of evil. There we are. Only I had done the strong attack. Treacherous, gorgeous view. I told you. Oh dear. And these halberdiers are probably going to be shielding a lot. Still, we can retreat through the door. And the door is also a shield, apparently. No, that's fair enough. we're gonna have to go around these guys. Oh, that was a bad dodge. Yeah, I think this is time to head back up. We've run out of sustain already, and we're gonna have to check that area from falling, so yep. Fall back. Return to the last bonfire. And this time we're going to bring warmth instead of toxic mist. We're going to bring heavier soul arrows. And I wonder what else. Oh yeah, and of course we're going to try out that new fire spell. So, new fire spell. What do you do? This little arena area here. It's either targeting an enemy or it moves from side to side. Okay. Well, it looks hard to dodge. Might try that for PvP later. Definitely not using it here. And because we're not seeing any bosses, let's hold off on Soul Geyser. I just wish I had another Soul Greatsword. I dropped my Dark Strength a lot, but let's take just one Dark Orb to see if they're vulnerable. And then maybe some Crystal Magic Weapon in case we expect to do more with weapons. Great Heavy Soul Arrow. Oh wait, we can't. Yeah, alright, I'll try Dark later. They don't look like the sort of thing that's vulnerable to Dark. So they probably aren't. Let's get that extra heal because we're finding that it's a lot of sustained combat. Bit unusual for a mage, but was this the direction we went? This was the direction we went. So actually, what's the other direction? Considering how we don't have a retrieval to chase after. How far down do these stairs go? Let's find out. Not very. Well, they did an excellent job tricking me into thinking that this was the way into the big tower of stuff, and the other way was the, oh, just here's the secret to collect before you go any farther. And we do have a cat ring. We can try to speed things up a bit on the falls, but not too much. Yeah, that's too much. Okay, this is definitely not then the area where we were hoping to fall down. Oh, well that was dumb of him. See, one at a time, no problem. Apparently I left one of these behind. Now here, I don't think they're one at a time. But the Great Heavy Soul Arrow is working well. Seems to even stagger them a little more. Yep, 3 shots and they're down. And now we can just enjoy a lovely little melee brawl here. With really big axes and really slow swings. That's not a backstab? Ouch. So much for them being easy. Well, at least I can feel better about not actually being a melee person. Yep, it's Undead Witch time. Surprisingly, this equipment is being worn because it has the highest elemental resistances in the game. So it has for the stat boosts. Unfortunately, the very revealing back. Bit much for me, and of course, not the best thing to watch while you're undead. A lot of decaying skin. But on the plus side, it does mean that you have a clear indication of just how undead you are. As you get more undead, the skin gets even more rotten. Now, we're slightly damaged. Let's get that ready. And now we can start taking them out at range. Until they come up close. Too close, perhaps. Okay. And I will try this again to save on spells. See if I can do it better this time. Oh, come on, that's not a backstab? Oh well. The flurry of blows is enough since they don't have great poise. They can be interrupted. Let's see. That's a trap, and I don't need to kill one more today. On the plus side, despite dying once, we're here without using up any Estus. That's what's important, right? Oh, actually no, that was the correct place to go. I just skipped a ladder. I'm learning my way around here already. Now, I think this might have been a place where I could have dropped down instead. Let's see. If we drop down, yes, this was the one I was thinking of. We're going to be a little... I'm pretty sure I saw someone who had flame magic there, and let's be a little more prepared. Yeah, he looks pretty big. Oh, that's not flame magic, it's just a fiery sword. And is that a weird-ass bow? Oh, that's a very nice attack, sir. But he does seem fairly magic resistant if that's all we get from a soul spear. There we go. That must be a bow. That's a weird kind of flame revenant. Well, let's put on our free heals and get ready in case that's a mimic. But I do like the iron chest. The iron chest, you can actually hit it. No risk to the contents. And if it's a mimic, you just step back, right? Well, I've actually not stepped back, but at least that was totally my fault. And this is apparently a 100% optional area that just goes on to the area below. Oh, and that platform is one you can land on from up here, assuming that you want to die. Well, what other options do we have? Because we fall down, we're going to get swarmed no matter what. Well, let's fall down with Glowing Crystal Soul Mass and Soul Greatsword ready, just in case we are getting swarmed up. Oh, yes, that was a good Soul Greatsword, and that was a very bad recovery. Alright, landed the backstab this time. For such large backs, it sure is hard to aim. Charcoal Primers, and that's no surprise. Very, very ashen themed here. I believe it's more like ash and iron. I guess that's fire themed. If he wants to stand there, and they've been shown to be vulnerable to backstabs, then I'm going to be too slow on both the attack and my dodge. Well, that's lovely. Great work. You know, I don't like that pillar in the way. This is where we find out if they're susceptible to poison. Well, at least they're not susceptible to being poisoned while knocked down. Alright, the fact they haven't been poisoned yet means I doubt that's gonna work. Yeah, let's stick to the enchanted stuff here. Still, they're not particularly vulnerable to magic or poison. I'm gonna have to try dark next time. Okay, this was where we ran out of Estus last time, and we're doing great Estus-wise. Whoops. That makes it hard to collect his loot. I'm not too happy with that. I meant to backstab, but everything was so slow that instead I actually survived the normal attack. Let me guess, Bloodstain was someone was walking off here to see what happened? No, Bloodstain's not loading correctly for some reason. Oh, that actually looks like you could jump off. No, oh. He fell off that way. No, you fall off that way and still probably die, so we're not going to try that. This looks just too suspicious. Sometimes hidden doors are hidden. This is not one of those times. The lack of bloodstains makes me doubt that this is a mimic, but we're going to be able to check. Oh, good. But maybe we'll need water later. Excellent. 100% pure, unadulterated treasure. Soul vessels. Okay, not what I'm looking for right now, but I won't turn them down. And over here we have life gems and dusk herbs. Those are good. Good consumables. Actually, I could start using, since I have warmth this time, I can use herbs to get back some healing. And maybe if I feel close to the next bonfire, which would be entirely speculative given I haven't played this area before, then I can use life gems when I run out of Estus. Not fond of doing it, but it's certainly possible. Okay, there's a bit of healing. It doesn't look like an area where they can rise out of the ground towards me, but I'm sure that they're all going to be waiting on the other side of this. What are those? Alright. Zombies carrying barrels. I have found the warehouse. They probably don't take much. More than 2 of those. That's a bit of a pain. That's a bit of a waste. Alright, well, let's play barrel zombie time until we see what happens when they die. I strongly suspect I am doing overkill for these little guys. Come on, backstab him! Backstab him! No. Now, maybe they're to show that. I do suspect those were flaming barrels, because this is a very big flaming barrel area. Do I have fire bombs? That's it. So let's throw in some fire bombs here. What happens if I firebomb the explosive crates? Step 1. Ouch. Step 2. Miss. Step 3. Boom! And again, nothing. Okay. I swear, there's one part of the game where they blow a hole in the wall. Just had to check. Now that's flame. I don't exactly like it, but I think I still have plenty of flash sweat, so fine. Might actually use my last warmth here as well. Move back to the souls, sorceries. Now presumably there's going to be a way to turn those off, like you do in the old Iron Keep. Try fire. This is where we have to blow stuff up. Thank you. Excellent job using all of the fire bombs. Go on, back up. Go on, fear me, back. Oh god, they hit a lot harder than I expected. At that range. Did they kill him too? Huh, I wonder what happened there. Didn't see anybody. Anyway, I don't want to use black fire bombs here, but I think I will have to. Be very accurate this time. No! No! Blows up and there's nothing! Oh, man. Well, we tried fire. It failed. But there's plenty of fire to go around. In case we need more fire next time. Okay, that was very insipid. Yes. Yes, fire. Got it. You know, the game developers made that point by, you know, geyser of fire. And down here, this is a little close, but there's only one. We should be okay. Please do not bring friends. Or even second attacks. Ouch, that's the second attack. Oh, fudge. Fudge, 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 fudge. Go on, back up. Oh, no. That's just cruel. You can't escape them by running up ladders. I'm actually surprised I haven't run into that mechanic in the game before. Okay. So, the verdict is warmth, maybe necessary, not quite. Fire, necessary. We aren't using crystal magic weapon, and we are loving the great heavy soul arrow. The rest can be reserved for bosses and stuff. Let's go. Looks like my human ran out. Let's refresh that one. Guess I can tell when I see those phantoms cluttering out of my view. Man, those things, I think they're blocked by human figgies. That's one reason why I like to use human figgies, just to go through the fog forest area. Because seeing the phantoms of other players in the area look exactly like the phantoms of invisible people you're trying to see and destroy. So that really gets annoying. Oh, I was going to see if they're vulnerable to dark. Next time. Next time we'll see if they're vulnerable to dark. It's enough to know they're wounded by magic. Well, timing on that was a bit off. The aiming on that was very off. Excellent. Now I have plenty of great heavy soul arrows, but this time I'm feeling confident. There we go. Now we missed our warm-up, if you recall, but I'm feeling warmed up again. Come on. There we go. Naturally we attack much faster. It's quite a ways for this retrieval. Quite a ways. Maybe I should have gotten some stealth and tried to sneak past, but unfortunately there's no good anti-NPC stealth. I need a ring of invisibility or something like I had in Dark Souls 1. Then use the ring of invisibility, you cast Hush, you can sneak past most monsters. Let's see. Can I get them one at a time, please? Sort of vulnerable enough to matter. It does stagger them. That's good. Nope, slightly missed that dodge. It's okay if we can survive long enough to drink and roll away. Okay. What? That was totally dodged. Well, we're chewing through the Estus again. And we did not bring warmth because we thought that Estus was fine when we brought warmth and used all 4 charges on minor things. Oh, but we don't have to do this fight. That's good. That's good. In fact, in the retrieval's just down here, if memory serves. So we're doing okay. Unfortunately, just down here does mean a few of those weird barrel carriers. But this is where Pyromancy will show them a thing or two. Also, remind me that those things are explosive. It's almost like the whole point is to trick you into using fire. And then explode and die. Oh well, if I just stay a bit farther away this time. And if I remember that yeah, there is one of those guys. And then he gets burnt in fire. And that is a special magical bow that shoots from a really weird angle. And does that kill him or not? No, but this will. There we go. That's killing them with fire. Okay, this next fight is the one that we have to win. This guy has to be defeated so that we can get down there and reclaim our souls. There we go. Nothing says OP PvE like the Soul Spears in this game. And no secrets. And now I can go down calmly. I can pick up my retrieval and I can try to kill them. Just give it a fair go. But we've got the retrieval. Okay, that's a bit of a fair go. Let's get the column in the way. If we can. No, let's wait for him to reload. You know what? I think I can beat you in a ranged battle. Are you sure you want ranged battle? Oh, and you can't see the column even, poor guy. That looks far too constrained to fit a mimic in. Okay, it's not a mimic. It's a K-Sys plus 8. That's a bit fancy, okay. The next bonfire. I thought that was taking a while.